Since the last time we talked about Tate, there's been quite a few new developments. By developments, I mostly mean people trying to hop on the bandwagon and pour dirt on the man's name. And if you guys are coming here hoping for unbiased coverage on this and you're new to my channel, you're not going to find that here, okay? I am definitely a Tate supporter. I listen to what the guy has to say, and even since the last time I talked on this subject, I've listened to a couple of different interviews. The Zuby podcast, definitely, I would wholeheartedly recommend that one. And for all of the talk of him being this outright misogynist, I think like 2 or 3 minutes was dedicated to anything that could even be remotely construed as being centered around female nature or anything like that. It was mostly just brought up to the fact that the only time that anybody wants to talk about Andrew Tate, it's always in the context when he said, oh, women can't park cars. Outside of that, it was just a whole bunch about male excellence and the way that the world has been working over the past 3 years specifically. It's a very good conversation. The audio quality is a bit sus on Zuby's side, but outside of that, man, I thought it was a really good conversation. So if you're looking for somebody to be casting doubt on the Tate brothers, you're going to have to go somewhere else because, I've covered a fair few different Me Too allegations. Last year specifically, Johnny Depp, Amber Heard stuff, it's like I knew that shit was capped the entire fucking time. That's the way that I covered it, and surprise, surprise, guess who ended up being correct? Me and, well, just about everybody else. And then even before that, back in 21, one of the big topics that kind of blew up, relatively speaking, on my channel was the Trevor Bauer situation, which has kind of come to some sort of a conclusion right now. 3 different investigations. Didn't find anything wrong with that, but the MLB and Rob Manlett himself ended up finding something that nobody's been privy to at all whatsoever. Have no fucking idea what's going on. I went through every fucking document, couldn't find anything that was anything less than consensual, but it's a bunch of bitches that couldn't secure the bag at the time, but hashtag believe all women, right? That's going to be a current through line going through the Tate stuff here, so we'll refresh everybody's memory before we get into some of the more egregious things that some journalists and advocates are doing, because fucking yuck, especially since Friday, a bunch of shit has started to pop off, and one was very foreseeable, and the other one was, oh, it was only a matter of time before the grift got to be way too much, and somebody who has a very vested interest in one side of this argument had to wade in on it. But before we get to all of that good stuff, let's talk about what has been happening officially in the context of the investigation, because as of right now, the Tate brothers are detained. Now, what does that mean specifically? They haven't been charged with anything. There's some allegations on their name, but no indictments or whatever the Romanian equivalent of it is. Right now, under Romanian law, they're allowed to be detained by the authorities for 30 days. There is still about a few weeks left on that detention period, and then there's also the propensity or the ability for a judge to take a look at everything that's there. If the prosecutors want to be investigating for a little bit longer, they can extend that stay by an additional 150 days, which is ridiculous, but that is something that is legal under Romanian law, okay? So you could totally expect the Tates to be in custody up until the summer, man. If it gets that far, there's going to have to be a decision at the end of this 30-day period, or sooner, if there's going to be charges laid, or if the brothers are going to be allowed to be returned to polite society. But they're going to be without 10 additional cars. It's like, what the fuck has actually been seized so far? The $2.9 million Bugatti. Oh, man. What color is your Bugatti? Well, it's invisible right now because it's in police custody. It kind of fucking sucks. 10 other luxury cars seized from the Tates after sex abuse charges. Now, I thought it was human trafficking and all that shit. And it's like, okay, again. Now, to just run all of these charges back, okay. Human trafficking and a rape allegation. Now, those are some very, very serious charges, okay? And if, yeah, it's been proven that they did, in fact, commit any of this stuff, unfortunately, man, fucking lock them away, okay? I like your message, I like what you stand for, but if you ultimately broke the law and you were trafficking girls or you're out there, forcing yourself on them, I've got no sympathy for that action whatsoever, okay? Based on the evidence that we've seen so far, they color me more than skeptical, okay? I'm a full-on doubter at this point in time, but Again, the only people who know the ins and out of this case right now are the prosecutors and the authorities on the case. So let's see what they're seizing. Police in Romania seized 11 luxury cars worth millions of dollars from social media influencer Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan in connection with the allegations they imprisoned and abused a half dozen women. And again, circling back to the charges there, it doesn't really make much sense, okay? Like, they have 33 supercars between them, okay? They have multiple residents. They have homes in Romania and in Dubai. They're internationally famous. They have bitches climbing into their compound in order to spend time with them. Why do they need to imprison, traffic, and profit off of some bitches when they have casinos and other enterprises across the world? Like, normally, when you're trying to understand certain charges, okay, if somebody's been slapped with something, it's like, yeah, that kind of makes sense, okay? Like a Harvey Weinstein situation. It's like, okay, he's kind of a giant gremlin who's well-connected, and he was out there, and it was one of the worst-kept secrets that, yeah, he was fucking actresses, put them in movies, Jennifer Lawrence, key among them. It's not a meme that's, like, actually happened. It was a quid pro quo type situation, because if you take Harvey Weinstein out of the powerful position that he had at Miramax and then at the Weinstein Company, it's like, could that guy actually get his dick wet by just running game? No, I would find it hard to believe. At least he wouldn't be able to pull the tail that he was in the position that he had, offering the advances and careers that he could. So those charges, it makes sense, okay? They're more believable, and then actual charges and actual evidence comes out, and it's like, yeah, okay, you should probably go away. It doesn't make a whole hell of a lot of sense. And you take a look at other cancellation attempts that have happened, and it's like, a bunch of this other stuff doesn't really make much sense. Like, there was a Mr. Olympia who got hit with some shit, and it's like, he couldn't pull bitches? I don't know, man. That seems like a little bit of a cancellation attempt. It almost seems like there's some broads that are out there who didn't ultimately end up securing the bag, that just have a little bit of post-wall regret that they didn't get everything that they were hoping for. They didn't quite max out their position and are now kind of salty after the fact. That's kind of where I'm at when it comes to this situation, because yes, the Tates, they're both tall, athletic, pause, okay? They're well-spoken, eloquent, okay? Independently wealthy, of running broads online, okay? Like, it's a story that's well known by the people that have invested in the Tate story. It's like, okay, yeah, they used to have, webcam services, okay? They ran a webcam empire. It was multinational. At the biggest, they claimed it was 75 different girls in a multitude of different locations. So it's like, why didn't any of the girls from that time come out and make any allegations on it? But no, they're waiting until afterwards. They're waiting until now to come out and tell their story. It doesn't really line up. Like, there's a lot of threads that are not really being connected in this point in time, and there's a bunch of clout chasers, because you can take a look in just the sidebar, and then obviously I'm going to have some other stories connecting all this stuff as well, at least some of the bigger ones, okay? UK schools grappling with teens brainwashed by Andrew Tate, a report. One of the big things that kind of led to Andrew Tate's initial deplatforming earlier this year, or I'm sorry, I guess it would be earlier in 2022 at this point in time. It's still a little bit wild to think it's 2023. But yes, midway through 2022, when Tate got taken off all of the other platforms, it was mostly spurned on by, or at least this was the one that was making the rounds and was constantly quoted by the big mass media outlets that were covering the story, was that, oh, he was having a detrimental influence in young men going to school. And there was one Reddit post from some teacher crudely trying to conflate the words of Andrew Tate with hypothetical actions that their school students were making. Didn't really make a hell of a lot of sense, but that one was making the rounds because Reddit is an interesting place. That was, theoretically, it was at least part of the cancellation attempt that ultimately ended up working. So trying to run that back again at this point in time, that makes sense. And then right underneath that, Andrew Tate chatted with underage girls, daughter of prominent Romanian political figure claims. Why would he have to do that? Okay. Or again, is this another one of those situations where he's sending out DMs back when he had Instagram or something like that, and you got some broads, posting some inappropriate pictures, and then it finds out that, oh, you're only 16. Sorry for interrupting your day. Go about your hoeing. Okay, I'll talk to you again maybe in 2 years. Other than that, we're all done here. Because honestly, that's a situation that happens. Or you have the other way around, where you have some girls who are underage, who are on these social media platforms, reaching out to the Tate brothers, and then that's being conflated in there. It's like, come on now. And all of this stuff is going to be hearsay and conjecture, because if you actually have anything of substance, you'd bring it to the authorities. But yes, back to the property that's actually been seized. The sports cars are located from Tate's Bucharest property, including the $2.9 million Bugatti Chiron that Tate used to taunt 20-year-old Swedish climate activist Greta Thunberg shortly before his arrest. Oh yeah, no, it was the pizza box that doxed him. And ultimately, as odd as the timing of the Greta Thunberg rivalry was, I really think that it was just coincidence, okay? There's no big collaborative effort between Thunberg and Romanian authorities to snatch or to strike down on Tate. I don't really think so. It would just be a really shitty matrix if Greta Thunberg was ultimately the architect. Kind of feel bad about that, man. Anyways, the stable of seized cars includes 2 Ferraris and a Porsche, as well as a Rolls-Royce Wraith, an Aston Martin Vanquish S Ultimate. Man, that sounds like my dream list of vehicles right there. And again, why do they need to run girls if they have that many supercars and 6 of them? 6 of them. Do you think 6 broads like that could amass that much wealth for them to spin it off into that many supercars? It doesn't make sense, man. It really doesn't fucking make sense. Seizure happened after the Tate brothers and 2 Romanian women were arrested December 29th for allegedly keeping 6 women as virtual prisoners. Literally, guys, we were virtually prisoners. And forcing them to have sex on camera for subscribers of Tate's Hustlers University. It's funny because they got a link here to what you really learn at Hustlers University. I've never been signed up to it, okay? I didn't fork out the $49.99 to hop into the Discord or however they disseminated the different information about the 7 different modern wealth creation methods. 7 or 9, I can't quite remember all of it, but the people who did seemed to turn a profit on things, so I just wonder how running chicks on Hustlers University ended up, creating wealth for people that were learning copywriting and social media editing tactics. It doesn't really fit. So yeah, from a property front, that's what's been seized by the authorities so far. And then kind of got a weird tweet that came out here earlier today. Okay, this is the attached article. It seems as though one of the Tate brothers had to go to hospital while being in prison. Not good. Not a good development, okay? And this has been crudely interpreted by Google's different Romanian to English translator, so it could be a little busted English here, but new information on what happened to the Tate brothers in custody. One of them would have ended up in hospital. One of them did, and again, it's just going to be some broken English here. After more than a week since the Tate brothers were placed in custody, new information about what is happening to the 2 Britons is coming to light. The former fighters investigated for human trafficking and rape are said to be worried about their health, and one of them has already arrived at the hospital. Yeah, I could see that because you've seen, there's been some links to what the amenities have been for the Tates, and I don't know anything about their diet, I don't know anything about their health or anything like that, but I would imagine being kept in custody is probably a steep drop-off to what they've become accustomed to, so you could have different health consequences because of that. Just saying. New information about the Tate brothers and how they spent their days in custody has come to light about a while ago. According to Antenna 3 sources, Andrew and Tristan Tate received a routine medical visit during the first days of their arrest, and one of them ended up in hospital. One of them. No current information, at least at time of recording, as to which brother was ultimately taken to hospital. I hope both of them are fine. I like both of them quite a bit. Jesus. One of the Tate brothers, reportedly ended up in hospital. Investigative journalist Cosmina Pricope was the one who revealed what happened to one of the controversial brothers arrested after a case of human... okay, cool, just running all that stuff again. It seems that he informed the detention doctor about a certain health problems he would suffer from and specialist consultants at the Bucharest hospital was necessary. Okay, so somebody has a specific condition, don't know who, and that it required consultation. But that's just kind of reading between the lines between A, broken English, and B, a partial story, okay? And that's where we're going to make this transition off to, and I can go ahead and make very obvious. Because you had the Timcast here, and now I'm not going to, make my disclaimer about Timcast or anything like that, okay? In this certain certain circumstance, I don't know why that was so difficult to say, okay? My opinions on Tim Pool are totally irrelevant to this situation, okay? He had on Eliza Bleu. Now, who's Eliza Bleu? She claims to be a human trafficking survivor advocate, and the way that she throws out survivor in the context of this stuff is a little bit disingenuous, okay, because realistically, okay, she is just repackaging the whole believe all women narrative in order to make it more palatable for white knighting tradcons, okay? I've said as much in a couple of different tweets that I've responded to or even retweeted a couple of different times, because it's like, that's exactly what she's doing, okay? Now, I haven't heard anything that she said before. All I've seen is her making the rounds over the past couple of years, and it's like, okay, well, you're setting out to do a very laudable and admirable job here. Human trafficking, sex trafficking, all that stuff is very terrible, okay? It's quite a disgusting practice, and putting an end to it is, hey, man, again, a good goal to attain. Now, I would say you should probably focus on something that's going down at the southern border instead of just clout jacking the Tate situation. But tomato, tomato, right? And tomato, tomato is another way that I describe that Madonna jacket that you have right there. Now, not trying to blast any ad hominems or anything like that, but do you normally trust somebody with dyed hair and a fucking stage jacket? I don't really know, but it's a spicy situation. But it doesn't look like the Timcast audience is really buying her story that she has here, mostly because it was a 6-minute clip that I see her put out so bravely and stunningly on Twitter, even though I'm trying to find some backstory on this broad, because apparently she's alleged time and time before that I was a former drug addict, I was trafficked and all that stuff. I tried to just, share with everybody what exactly is her story. And the more that I couldn't find any credible information one way or another, like, okay, she used to run under, Eliza Cuts used to be her stage name. She was shacking up with the lead singer of My Chemical Romance, and the only thing that I could find was a bunch of different Reddit reports, and it's like, I've already stated my disdain for Reddit, and it's like, I would be disingenuous if I was to bring it up, other than, the only through line that I could find is that, yeah, she used to shack up with the lead singer of My Chemical Romance. Things went sideways. She might have spun out of control on a couple of different narratives. I don't know. Didn't listen to My Chemical Romance back during their heyday. She was allegedly with them in the late 2000s. Okay, I don't know a fucking thing about that. I couldn't find anything about her story, what she's really accomplished so far outside of her social media feed, where she was a very vociferous Elon Musk supporter, and that she has a real problem fighting internet trolls online, which is it's a red flag for me for anybody who has to point out that they have a problem with anonymous people online. It's like, okay, cool. Well, that just tells me right there that you have a really tough time either articulating your points, or you have an untenable position, or you get too bogged down in the weeds to really make a difference on what you're trying to opine, okay? Seen the exact same thing happen to the likes of Sam Harris. He's probably, the most extreme case of this. Jordan Peterson falling down the exact same pipeline. And again, I think, Peterson's, very necessary voice that's out there. He misses the point on a couple of different things, but his take on society is very important, okay? Just when it comes to relationships and stuff, he just needs a little fine-tuning. But regardless, okay? Got somebody whose entire shtick is ending human trafficking, sex trafficking, all of that stuff. It's all terrible and whatever, okay? So realistically, herself as a conduit, if this is her gimmick, that's fine, okay? Her personal story really doesn't factor that much into it. But given the fact that she's going to be the conduit to which she's going to be putting forth a victim statement, and I don't know exactly what her expertise would be in getting a lawsuit prepared, in what form or fashion, right? Because I've heard there are 2 different victim statements that are on there, and we're going to play some of them. I don't know if Timcast fucking copyright strikes his shit, but I don't know, we're just going to play it, okay? I'm going to play it at a speed and a half, mostly because it's really dry, and she's not exactly the most articulate of speakers, so we'll just go ahead and play some of it, man, and hopefully try to stomach it as best as possible, right? So I've moved it up to the appropriate time. You can't really see it because my face is blocked blocking the timestamp. But if you guys are wanting to watch this, and obviously I'm going to link to this specific video in the description as well if you want to watch the entire thing, because it apparently goes over a couple of other things as well. But it's just more or less the victim statement that I want to go over. Okay, so let's get after it, I guess.
Tonight I might use the word allegedly at certain points.
Oh, right. Sorry. I'm playing it at speed and a half because, you know, it's just, she's atrocious. I don't like it.
This has been advised by legal. Not because I don't believe the survivors that I serve, but it's the legal way to do it. So let's get it going. This is an official press release.
Okay, and the way that I'm going to be stopping it as much as I want to because it's my channel and my video, so get fucked. She's coming into this as I totally believe all of these allegations from the survivors that are out there, okay? She's only using it as a legal term, okay, by saying allegations because she 1000% believes the people that have come forward to her because that's her disposition on this, okay? Just like I believe the facts and the logic, she wants to believe the different survivors that are out there, okay? So with that...
These are not my words. This is a survivor. As a survivor of the Tate Brothers, I understand how difficult it can be to come forward and speak out about what happened to you.
Well, other than the fact that you wait until they're at their most popular and most potent, and this is the most difficult time that they've been in the public light so far, it's very difficult to come forward and, you know, just throw dirt on their name right now.
But when social media gives us a glimpse into the extreme harm that others cause, I feel obligated to step forward and speak out against it.
Social media, okay, this is my story. I'm a survivor of the Tate Brothers, but social media is really bad, though.
If these words can prevent one woman from being an alleged victim of Andrew and Tristan Tate, it justifies the risk that I'm taking.
Yo, I don't want to throw ad hominems out there or anything like that, but the old come catcher, and then we can just go back and try to catch the fingernails.
What happened
as well.
to you? But when social media gives us a glimpse into the extreme harm that others cause, I feel obligated to step forward and speak out against it.
That's nice.
If these words can prevent one woman from being an alleged...
Yo, nobody with a little highlighter nails. It's tough to take them seriously, but nope, these are the statements of real survivors.
Victim of Andrew and Tristan Tate. It justifies the risk that I'm taking. It can be scary, overwhelming, and you may feel like you don't have anyone to turn to.
I could get death threats in my DMs, like seriously, guys, I'm under attack.
If you or someone you know is a survivor, know that you are not alone and that there is help available. By coming forward together, we may be able to find justice for ourselves and prevent these perpetrators from hurting anyone else. It is a brave and important step towards healing and finding closure. I know it can be hard to take this first step, but I promise you that there are resources and people ready and available to help you through this process. Don't let fear or shame keep you from speaking out. Let this be a reminder that you deserve to be heard, to feel safe and supported. You have the absolute right to seek justice. This is a moment and an opportunity for any victim of these alleged perpetrators to stand up, and together we can recognize vulnerability as power, see the strength in numbers, and shine light on strength of every single survivor. Signed, an anonymous survivor.
Okay, I wanted to play all of that mostly because I could stop and dissect every single line of it, but just for completion's sake, and I know that there's a couple of different takes on this, there's a couple of different survivor statements, but even just running all of that stuff back, what were the allegations of the first survivor? I'm coming forward on like social media, and I know like the pressure is like really hard and stuff, and if we like all band together, we can also make up a bunch of fake allegations. Anyways, and then I also have the chat playing on the side, mostly because it's like, okay, taking a look at a YouTube chat is a little touch and go. Obviously, YouTube, you know, Tate successfully gamed the algorithm or whatever the fuck you want to say during the summer, okay? So this could be his home field, okay? But then this is also Timcast with a bunch of fucking normies in the chat. But then you put Tate in the title of the video, so it depends, right? And so I've seen a couple of the things on the side here. Don't let the purple hair stop you, L. Chatters in shambles, lol, W, Tim is controlled opposition, L woman, W Tate, free top G, a lot of down, free top G, freer Tate, okay, Cap, another girl lying about Tate. Well, here's the thing, I didn't really hear any lies. I didn't really hear anything, okay? It was just all, you know, we need to all band together and go against those bad Tate guys. Well, what did they do? They're bad Tate guys. Okay. Wow, shill, that sounds legit. There were deaths. Why use... Oh, there were deaths? Should be question mark. Why use survivor? Yeah, exactly. I'm out. Cap. Down. Free top G. Wow, powerful. Big respect. Simp. Stop. Chat going ham. Is that Christine Blasey Ford's letter? Oh, that's fucking funny. That is so good. But yeah, we'll listen to the second victim statement, and then we'll go through some of the comments here. Because, I don't know, man. I found the first statement at least a little bit lacking, but maybe there's some substance in the second one.
The second statement. This will be Survivor 2.
Oh, sure.
For women who have been victimized, we didn't know the game that was being played to hurt us.
Okay.
We didn't know a game was being played at all.
Okay.
It's only after it happens and you lose that you know.
Oh.
Whether the Loverboy method or some other way.
Okay, yeah, okay, I just posited this idea to begin with. These are a bunch of spiteful women who didn't end up securing the bag at the end, and now they're just gonna try to come out from the woodwork. I'm not saying I didn't know this was gonna be coming, but yeah, man, come on, it's so fucking easy to see at this point in time. What did Amber Heard do? Okay, she stuck around with Johnny Depp for as long as the money was flowing, and then when he came to her 30th birthday party and said, oh, I don't know, love, missing $500 million, then guess what? Bitch was out. Interesting turn of events.
Victims know that this game of deception is used in the court of public opinion today. To the people who've made assumptions about the victims before trial, I forgive you. Sorry.
What victims?
I won't ask.
It's so touching.
I won't ask.
Touching like a drunk uncle.
I won't ask
I don't care.
those people to change their opinion for our sake. I would just ask them to consider one thing. What if you're wrong? Is it possible? And if it is, you can wait for the court to do its job before attacking. Those who have gone about the correct legal process for justice. To all the victims out there, I know how wounded you feel. I have felt that way too. I love each and every one of you for being brave enough to move forward despite those feelings. You are loved, and know how strong you and many know how strong you have been. Signed, Anonymous Survivor. So if you are a survivor of Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate, or any co-conspirators in this case, I need you to visit the website ncose.com. ncose.com. You'll see a click through. It'll go straight to the legal team that's representing these two survivors. And
oh, okay, so those clout chasers. I don't know, you guys can watch the rest of that shit, but that stuff makes me fucking sick to my stomach, to be completely fucking honest. Because there's nothing there. What did we learn from that? Oh, you know, if they were using the lover boy method, it looks like somebody read the fucking press release from the Romanian authorities when they just laid out. Yeah, they sold the girls a dream, brought them in, and asked them if they wanted to do this stuff, and if not, they could just leave. Wow, really, really scathing evidence that you have right there. Offering them a position, you know, could make them rich or anything like that, you know. But yeah, as opposed to beating these bitches in the head, man. I don't really know what you are hoping to accomplish right there, but I guess the little choking up there in the middle made the story a little bit more believable. But let's take a look at any of the evidence that we have right there. It's funny, do a poll. I'm going to pull this up, actually. Yeah, there we go. There was a result of that poll. Somebody screen capped it at the time. Yeah, live chat. 31,000 people were watching this. Yeah, again, Tate posts way bigger numbers. And remember on Rumble when you first popped off 145,000 people? Yeah, no, exactly. But Timcast, you know, your regular run-of-the-mill episode, 31,000 people, even with Tate in the title, and the chat, you could argue, is being bombarded, but regardless, okay? So yeah, you can see that right there. Do you think Andrew Tate is guilty? Just go ahead and point appropriately. Yes, a rousing 16% and 84% no. Doesn't really look like you're choking up. It's all that convincing, but hey, man. We don't know for sure, though. Maybe the comments are just going to be a little bit more forgiving than, lol, cringe, stop the cap, Tate is innocent, anonymous survivors, anonymous payouts. I think Rootbeard's probably on to something. Oh boy, another Academy Award nominee. At least you got more choked up than Heard on the stand. Let's be completely honest. Unsubscribed. It's tough to say if you were even subscribed to begin with. Cyndi Lauper looking young. X to doubt. What is she blaming Tate? This is fake. It looks pretty overwhelmingly in favor of Tate, to be completely honest. Roy Moore is innocent. Cringe. How is this conversation supposed to go after this? Sounds fake to me. BS. Prove tears or ban. Drama. Woman's tears have no power over me anymore. No, exactly. Woman's tears are only real if they're in private. But like I said, man, maybe the comments are going to be a little bit more forgiving to her than, the live chat. The live chat is just all about emotions. People are caught up on certain things at the time. So I got the top comments that are right here. Until proven otherwise, Andrew Tate is innocent until proven guilty. Pretty base from Sophia, whatever you got right there, some lady. Jason Wade, if these women are proven to be liars, they should be prosecuted and receive the same punishment that a man would. That goes for any case like this. Jason, you are fucking based, my guy. The one statement literally sounded like she just went into a business deal and didn't get paid for what they wanted. Oh, is that number 2? I bet it's number 2. This lady answers like a politician. Oh, the Dan C? A man after my own heart. Okay, so Red Raven TRR. Excuse me, but Tate isn't guilty of a crime until proven guilty. Who does this woman think she is? Oh, I'm sorry. I've covered that up. God damn it. God damn it. See, I can see the stuff, but I can't see my camera over top. I got to pay attention to my recording software at the time. So forgive me. Excuse me, but Tate isn't guilty of a crime until proven guilty. Who does this woman think she is? This slow drip picture that Tate is already guilty? This is the problem with society. People are judged before the gavel hits the table. You can argue Tate is the victim in this case. Well, as of right now, with everybody pouring dirt on the grave that they already preemptively dug for him, yeah, you can make that argument. Okay, moving along, we got Salty Gorilla. Well, I'm suited to be an advocate in this case. He's writing this in the perspective of Eliza. Isn't it Eliza? Yeah. Well, I'm suited to be an advocate in this case because it's high profile and I will get a lot of attention. Oh, yeah. Yeah. What a fake, phony person. Zero respect for her. No, but she was on, and the way that she began this, and if you guys are going to watch any of this stuff, I don't know if you want to, like, I used to watch Timcast back when Adam Krigler was on the show, and it was actually popping, but the way that she started all of this stuff was, yeah, I remember the first time I was on the show. It was actually 2 years ago this month. Hey, guess what, bitch? Nobody else fucking remembers at all, but it's good that you remember the last time that you were relevant, that you can come in and, spin a tale. Don't know what you were talking about, but I heard what you're talking about this time around, and not buying it. Not fucking buying it at all whatsoever. But wait, guys, there's a lot more, because we got this Vice story, okay? And it's from Matt Shea. Matt Shea is a journalist for Vice, so I know, hold your shock that this is going to be an anti-Tate piece, but to be fair, he has the inside track when it comes to the Tate brothers, because he actually spent time at the Romanian compound, okay? And you would think if anybody was out there that would know about the inner workings of what was going on in Romania, it should be the investigative journalist Matt Shea. Then why is he talking about a dismissed case from 2015 in the UK? Why is he talking about old, adjudicated, long discredited allegations from back in the cut? Why is he talking about that? Oh, because his investigations at that time ended up turning up nothing. Okay, Andrew invited him into the place in order to do a documentary. Okay, and that's what we're going to be looking through with this Vice piece here in a second. No, he invited them in because the Tate brothers knew they didn't have anything to fucking hide, okay? Like I've said before, and it's well documented. Fresh and Fit were down there, okay? They were down there for a couple of weeks. They seen nothing. And like I said before, I listened to the Zuby podcast that Tate did with him. It was recorded a while back, okay? But even still, Zuby's been to the Romanian place. He's hung around with Tate multiple different times. He vouches for his character. Anybody who has met with and interacted with the brothers in person have nothing but the strongest of compliments for him. Justin Waller, Sterling Cooper, Rollo Tomasi, all of those guys have nothing but good things to say about the Tate brothers. Well, it depends on which day you catch Rollo talking about them, because I like the work of Rollo Tomasi. I've got, all of his books and stuff like that. But on video, I like him. I like Rollo, but he can be a bit of a spurg sometimes, okay? If we're just going to keep it a buck. Don't need to hear about your problems with Michaela Peterson anymore. We get it. You destroyed her in that podcast, okay? Now just fucking move on. But this Vice reporter, Matt Shea, was down at the Romanian place in August. In fucking August. And it wasn't until this arrest drops that he comes out with a piece that has nothing to do with anything that he was doing at the time. Come on, man. Come on. So, if I was white like all of you, you wouldn't do that. Andrew Tate warns a Vice reporter. What was he talking about at the time? This was all caught on camera during an emergency meeting. Now it's over on Rumble, okay, and you can watch it. I do believe it's all in its entirety. But at least this is all, laid out in text form, and we can just run over it this way instead of, wading through the idiocy of a video like we did previously. But I'll just read over some of the highlights. Internet sensation Andrew Tate claimed that he is being targeted by the media for being a person of color. He is half black, after all. During his recent appearance on a podcast with his brother Tristan. Yes, the emergency meeting. In a video titled, Tate Brothers grilling Vice reporter for 20 minutes. Yes, and then he leaves after they, bully him out of there. It's kind of funny. Uploaded to YouTube. It's actually still over on Rumble because their YouTube channel was one of those things that got deleted for whatever reasons. On August 7th, Andrew Tate publicly revealed that a reporter from Vice had joined them on the podcast. This individual was there to observe, learn, and make a documentary on the brothers and their luxurious lifestyle. Kickboxing world champion has spread across the internet like wildfire for his controversial opinions regarding a plethora of subjects. Shout out Sportskeeda for actually characterizing Tate and his positions fairly accurately. It's a plethora of subjects, okay? It's not just women or men's property. And it's like, if I gotta dispel that one more time, I'm gonna put a gun in my mouth. However, as viewers can already imagine, due to his comments, the online personality has faced immense criticism and backlash. During his recent podcast appearance, a controversial star had a warning for the media houses and those trying to paint him in a bad light. First, Andrew Tate asked the Vice reporter why he wished to make a documentary on the brothers, and the reporter nervously answered, yeah, he was sat in between, because I think Andrew is 6'2" or 6'3", and Tristan's a larger man at 6'5" or something like that, and he had a little Vice reporter, okay, heavy emphasis on little, like, just, he looked like their kid cousin, man. It was just kind of funny. I want to do a documentary about the phenomenon that is you and your brothers, because so many people, especially men, seem to really like what you're saying and follow you, and I just want to find out what's behind your philosophy. Given a fair warning by the reporters by addressing his background, the professional kickboxing champion said, "I want to put out there that if you guys decide to do a hit piece, that you are cisgendered white male, I am an ethnic minority. I am half African American, as you can tell, and as a person of color, I find it extremely offensive if you're going to do a hit piece on me." He also talked about how things would be different if he was white, like all of you, adding that he said previously. And this will be my reply, because I think this is why you're doing it. A bunch of white men have shown up to my house and you're filming me as a person of color, and they intend on painting me in a negative light. If I was white like all of you, you wouldn't do that, so keep that in mind. Tristan, Andrew Tate's brother, jumped in on the discussion and further added, I can't actually go louder than that. Take my word on it, Tristan's much more of a enunciator with his language, is a much more staccato delivery. It's the same odd accent that you can, and I haven't actually seen impersonated well, but Tristan's a little higher pitch, and he yells really loud whenever he talks. Both of them do, to be completely honest, at least on the podcast. Maybe in person, completely different. Heard reports that, Andrew's just kind of one of the guys that kind of sits at the table and just, assesses the situation, looks around, is very cordial in person, but no, evil misogynist and shit like that, right? The leader of the war room, the highest ranking member of the room outside myself and my brother, is a Jew as well. So before you start saying stupid things, because I don't trust you 1%. I guess that must have really got under brother's skin, because now you have Matt Shea coming out with, oh my god, this, we could go over this video if you want, but the only thing that you need to know about it is the comment section was up to begin with when they put that video out there a couple of days ago. It says that this article was published on the 4th, so about 4 days ago, if we can just do some rudimentary math. But not long after that, comment section just magically disappeared. Funny thing about that, it's almost like you have a woman not wanting to out herself, give herself a name or anything like that, and just wants to cash in on the clout at a very opportune time. Very fucking funny, huh? But anyways, notorious influencer Andrew Tate was arrested on suspicion of sexual assault and physical abuse in 2015 while he and his brother were running a webcam sex business out of the UK. Vice World News can reveal. Yeah, and you could also find that and also verify that, yes, they were, or rather Andrew was arrested on suspicion, but never charged with anything, and everything was ultimately dropped. So now we're just going to run back this one-sided story that didn't even convince the UK authorities. Okay, and these are going to be the new talking points. I've already seen them make the rounds, so we might as well go over them, at least for completion's sake, right? It comes after Tate and his brother Tristan were remanded to custody in Romania until the end of January after being arrested by anti-organized crime police and a part of a rape and human trafficking investigation. The Tate Brothers' lawyer is appealing the court order extending their detention. Yeah, we know. Two women told Vice World News that they were violently abused, one raped, and the other repeatedly strangled by Andrew Tate, and the UK police and the Crown Prosecution Services mishandled their case. Oh, of course, yeah, it's not like your stories didn't match up or anything like that. It's not like you couldn't provide any evidence. It's everybody else's fault. Okay, and that's why you're waiting to come forward to Vice once again, because you wouldn't think that they would like this story. I don't know, maybe when Andrew was at his peak during the summer, he had to wait until he's actually arrested for something in another country right now and being detained. He hasn't been arrested. Whatever the fuck you want to call it, okay? Everybody's going to say it's arresting anyways, but he hasn't been charged with anything. Neither is Tristan, okay? Let's be completely honest. Leaving him free to rise to global fame on the back of unchecked misogyny. Police took 40 years to pass their investigation to the Crown Prosecution Services, whose job involves assessing whether there is realistic prospect of conviction, at which point the CPS declined to prosecute. Yeah, exactly. It's almost like there was insufficient evidence, stories didn't match up, and under this weird idea that you're innocent until proven guilty, they were not charged with anything. Sucks to suck. Romanian police said late December 2022 they identified 6 people. Can we actually get to the charges? Because that would be great, because we already know these other ones that have nothing to do with your story that you're trying to write right here in order to recoup anything that you could have found beforehand. How about tell us a story of you living with the Tates for a week? Did you have any sort of experience there? Did you find any of this stuff credible at the time? Any connecting dots that you can do for us out there? Because you were down there, my guy. According to one woman Vice World News spoke to, whom we're calling Sally, Tate used a similar method of emotional and physical control in his UK webcam business back in 2015. Yeah, and if you listen to, I think, the first interview with Fresh and Fit, he details a story about how somebody was making them a lot of money for the webcam service. And they were also taking home a fairly substantial cut, right? Okay, it's not like he was taking all of their money, okay? She was getting lippy, okay? He went, Andrew this is, he collected all of her stuff, threw it out onto the street, grabbed her by the shoulders, walked her out. That was the end of it. And she went to the cops, claimed a whole bunch of shit, and then, as everybody else at the place was having a fuck that bitch party, again, you can go back and you can run back the first interview that they had on there where he details this in much more detail, and you can find out what a fuck that bitch party is. He gets snatched up, thrown in a cell for, about a day. Security cam footage, a whole bunch of electronics end up getting collected. They go through the stuff. Some of the girls come forward to the police, give a statement, and then he's ultimately not charged with anything, which precipitated his move to Romania because he could see the writing on the wall. But unbeknownst to him, guess what? That creep has found its way to Eastern Europe. Yes, when I saw that he was arrested in Romania, I was shocked and I didn't know how to react. I cried. Everything I read, I was told. I told the police at the time of the complaint, if the CPS had just pulled their finger out, none of this would have happened, Sally said. Vice World News is withholding the woman's identity to prevent harassment and trolling by Tate supporters. Not that I'm trying to instigate anything, but during that interview, I think he might have name dropped her because all the charges had been dismissed, but it's only her first name to begin with, but I can't even fucking remember. Second woman, Helen, said he was happy something has been done, but not completely hopeful as he's walked free from sexual assaults before. Yeah, it's almost like somebody got up in their feelings, went to the police because there's absolutely nothing detrimental that can be done against these women, okay? Because let's be completely honest, okay? You come forward with a complaint or an allegation. You file a police report. Oh yeah, even if it comes out that it's completely nonsensical, who's actually prosecuting filing a false police report? Nobody. And even still, you go to Vice on this one. Okay, you want to tell your story, and then they put out this defamatory shit. Hey, man, these are just all stories told out of school, and we don't have any names, okay? These are just random accusations. And you're a public figure, okay? Like, you'd have to jump through hoops and go through years-long legal battles, just like Johnny Depp did, in order to get any of this retracted. So it's like, yeah, there is a way to clear your name after the fact, but it's a 1 in 1,000 shot, and it's years of work, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars of money, and bankrupting Vice at the end of it would be kind of hilarious. But 40% ownership stake in Vice is by George Soros. Yeah, that one. And 20% by Disney as well. So if they want to drag this out, okay, as rich as the Tate brothers are, Disney and George Soros kind of have them eclipsed multiple times over. Let's hear this side of this trumped up story. While Tate was released under investigation by Hertfordshire police following the woman's complaints, meaning he was suspected of criminal offense by the police probe, and a police probe was ongoing. He appeared as a contestant on the reality TV show Big Brother in 2016. Okay, so producers were informed by police of the ongoing investigation, but kept him on the show for 5 days before removing him. Imagine that. It's almost like, oh, okay, cool. He's got some dirt on his name. Yeah, we'll just let it ride for a second. During that time, he was shown playing Truth or Dare in a hot tub and kissing one of the female contestants. Oh my God, on Big Brother? I can't believe it. Tell me more shocking things, Vice. Remember how Vice used to be edgy and shit? Yeah. Channel 5 said that at the time that Tate had been removed from Big Brother from the house because information came to light. Yeah, that was back when they were running with the story that, oh my God, he set up a camera and recorded himself beating a woman. Yeah, a blonde in lingerie where Tate's going, "You've been a bad girl," and had a belt and smacked her on the ass just at like quarter speed. Yes, he was definitely beating a woman and not engaging in consensual role play. Like said woman would come out multiple times over just saying, "Hi, this is something that we like to do together. Andrew's a great guy," and that was, 1,000% above board. It was two consenting adults just doing whatever the fuck they want in the confines of their own bedroom. And if you really wanted to, stay under the radar, why the fuck would you videotape yourself committing a crime? Doesn't make much sense, now does it? Public outrage eventually simmered down after Tate released the video of his ex saying that it was part of a consensual kinky game. But no, that was just another one of those things where it's like, oh no, she just felt so scared, right? I'm sure one of these survivors is probably going to co-opt that. It's like, no, that's exactly what happened. He would force us to wear lingerie and go along with his terrible acting. Tate's a great guy in a bunch of different realms, but acting, not exactly his strongest suit. But what the public didn't know and what Vice World News can now report, oh, you guys got the inside scoop on these publicly available documents, is that contrary to the claims at the time, the real reason Tate was removed was due to sexual assault and physical abuse investigation that had been shared with producers 5 days prior. And then those charges were eventually dropped. Oh, man. Asked about the handling of the complaint, Bungie UK, which also owns Endemol Shine. What are you talking about? The production company behind Big Brother. Okay, cool. You finally got around to it. Said that at the beginning, after being informed by police of their investigation on the 8th of June 2016, it became a process of extensive consultation with Channel 5 and legal teams, including the lawyer representing Andrew Tate. The company said that Tate was closely monitored at all times, during this period, while they sought to clarify the detail required by Channel 5. And that's all nice and wonderful and fantastic. Who the fuck cares at this point? This is back in 2016. Who gives a fuck? Let's talk about Sally and Helen. Okay, what did they tell us? Helen told us, "I hope and pray he's finally arrested for his disgusting abuse and crimes against young women. And I can finally exist without having to see and hear the person who degraded and raped me all over the internet." Oh, stop it. If you had a fucking claim, you'd go to the authorities, okay? Listen, I've been nice so far, okay? All of these survivors and shit. And trust me, I don't need to pull any, victim cards out of my pocket or anything like that. when it comes to shit like this. The only thing that I need to say is I'm vociferously against anybody who has actually committed assault and rape and all of that shit. Go to prison, rot in jail. You can check a bunch of different videos that I have out there, okay? I'm telling you to not even waste the fucking cot on motherfuckers who are out there, you know, doing the worst things imaginable out there, okay? I take a hardline stance on this shit. When you come up with this stuff, okay, you get somebody talking to Vice who maybe cashed a check, throwing dirt on a guy's name who's already in custody, who can't fight back. Come on now. Let's fucking stop this. This is just believe all women put on hyperdrive because it's one of the most unpalatable people out there, okay? Because yeah, you got the leftists who are just naturally against a guy who's 6'3", in shape, multiple supercars, hundreds of thousands of dollars in Romanian property, millions of dollars worldwide, billions of dollars in the bank, politically incorrect. He's just naturally an opponent to the leftists. And then for the tradcuck side of this stuff, oh, he doesn't want to capitulate to the feminine-centric, gynocentric world order. Yeah, of course he's going to be, oh man, you know, he's wrong. You need to have God and you need to just wife up these hoes and stop criticizing them. Men just need to be better in order to be better for women. Instead of him saying, no, it's just men need to be better for themselves and women will just orbit them because they'll be better in the process. Because if you make women your focus, you will sacrifice everything else and then understand that in that sacrifice, you will be giving up everything attractive about yourself and the women will not like you. That is a very brief overview of one of the topics that Tate opines upon. Again, I just think that his early pandemic stories are much more funny and, you know, informative about the type of character that he is. And again, I would highly recommend that Zuby podcast. Survivor interviews will be included in an upcoming Vice World documentary about Tate. Reporters Matt Shea and Jamie Tassin visited Tate's compound in Romania in the summer of 2022 and gained access to the Tate Brothers' so-called secret society, the War Room. Tate's poisonous attitudes towards women are no secret. Oh, now they're poisonous? Come on, man. And he has been deplatformed from multiple social media platforms. Yeah, but then he's back on one, and you take a look at the content that he's posting, or at least whoever's controlling that platform. How many times do women come up in any of those? You could just go ahead and take a look at that, okay? But then you take a look at the concerted effort of everybody, you know, clipping him off at the exact same time. Does that say more about his positions or the collective efforts of social media in general? I'll let you decide. Although some struggle to remove clips featuring Tate uploaded by other users, which that right there is one of those dog whistles. Hey, TikTok, you need to get rid of his stuff. And anybody reposting on YouTube, you guys also, everybody get rid of that stuff, okay? Because what was it? I think it was my breakdown of his, in hindsight, this looks hilarious, but his final message, okay? YouTube tried to take that down. And the reason that they gave, fuck you, we want it off. That's why. They didn't give a reason. I appealed it, and ultimately, it's still on the channel. You can go back there and take a look at it. I think it's some of my best work, personally. Yeah, it's 2 hours, 50 minutes long. Okay, it's definitely my longest video, and it's the one that I'm most proud of, because we go through it in incredible detail. But yeah, they gave no reason, no justification. It's just, yeah, we don't really want that on there, okay? And then it was down for about 24 hours, and then it just went back up reluctantly. It's just like Fresh and Fit, when they were down in Romania, they did a one-on-one interview on their channel. It was only like an hour and a half long of them inside the war room with Andrew specifically, and that video got taken down. And I think Myron also mentioned that it didn't have really any justification. Their appeal was unsuccessful, and it was getting shadow banned to fuck. And even my video, it only has like a handful of views on it. But yeah, it's funny because if I was to do an entire video, you know, just unironically in support of this Vice article, I'm sure it could probably make the rounds. It would probably make the algorithm if I just typed some anti-Tate position out there. Okay, went through all this stuff and tried to embrace the believe all women Me Too narrative on it, and it's like, oh my god, this is terrible. Oh, he was assaulting women. And the UK didn't stop him at the time. They had all of these signs that were right there. They could have reopened this case, They could have prosecuted him in the UK, but they didn't, okay? What the hell is actually fucking going on there, okay? This is a guy who is popular. He's flaunting all of his excesses. He's poisoning the minds of people. You can take a look at all of the corresponding evidence, okay? All of the different teachers that are out there that are having to deal with the poisoned minds of the students that are out there listening to this guy. He needs to be taken off the platform. If I unironically wanted to adopt that position, oh my god, I would actually have Andrew Tate videos that get monetized. Fucking funny how that would be. And then they would also be making the rounds, getting thousands and thousands of views. You see all of those headpieces going there as well, but that's not me. I have got to be consistent with myself. I've got to be truthful. And even if it's the unpopular side of this argument, I'm going to do it. Okay, I've got ratioed to fuck on some videos that are out there, okay, on my stance on suicide, and then just me exposing Sydney Watson as a grifter. That's my opinion, and, you know, some people who caught that video weren't exactly either of those videos, caught that video and had some choice words with me. I don't give a fuck. That's my position. That's what I'm taking. That's what I said. I'm not taking down the fucking video, and I'm not deleting any of the comments. I keep it 10 toes down. That's me. That's my take on the subject. If I get more information after the fact, then fuck it. That position might be out of date, but haven't been proven wrong in that Sydney Watson prognostication. But let's continue and wrap this side of this up. See him pop up on TikTok. This is about trying to get Tate off of the remaining social medias that are out there. Okay, to see him pop up on TikTok just made me really angry, said Sally, of Tate's prominence on social media. Do I gotta believe some fucking bitch who's scrolling on TikTok all the time? Like, come on. I think it's people. I think it was because, like, people don't know what he's done. Well, neither do you, because you seem to have a warped sense, because you couldn't even convince the UK to fucking prosecute the guy in 2016. When all of this shit was really popping off. Like, stop it. Sally told Vice World News that she was strangled by Tate at least 5 times. Really? How many of those times was during sex? Like, let's stop it. Come on. And saw him choke other women at least on 10 occasions. Wow, those are pretty serious. Why didn't she do anything about that? Attacking them in sudden outbursts of violence. Oh, okay, cool. Nobody has ever made that allegation before, but you're coming out, oh no, he's violent. Literally nobody has ever made the claims that he's fucking violent. Nobody ever. Like, then getting loud in conversations, nobody's ever accused him of violence. So this is definitely a first. Okay, the attacks allegedly occurred when the women were working for Tate's webcam business in Luton, England in 2015. Me and another girl would wake up in the morning with these, like, red, I can only describe them as freckles around our eyes. It was from when he choked me so hard my blood vessels had literally just burst. And then if you were on webcam, even in 2015, like, I understand technology has, you know, kind of made this big jump, and because we're here in 2023, but can we be honest? Why wasn't anybody asking, especially if you had, you know, devoted followers on those cam sites? Why was nobody asking about your eyes? I'm just wondering, man, like, come on. Like, these are things that you can say, oh, this happened 7 years ago. Oh, it was really terrible. Nobody noticed? You didn't take pictures or anything like that? Like, I'm just trying to poke holes here. These would be just general questions that would be asked during cross-examination if this were to ever go to trial. It's funny, Vice is talking to 2 different women that are out here, and Eliza Bleu is also reading 2 different victim statements. Interesting. Around the same time, Sally said that she was abused. One of her co-workers, Helen, was allegedly raped by Tate in a sexual assault that Sally claims to have witnessed. Oh, okay. Helen went public with the allegations in a TikTok video in 2022, but it was taken down by TikTok after being reported by the masses of Tate supporters. I'm sure. How didn't anybody hear about this at all whatsoever? Okay, because it would have been reposted time and time again. Because for as many Tate supporters that are on TikTok and on social media, they are eclipsed tenfold by the detractors. So somebody would have picked that up. Okay, color me a little critical. Okay, but that happened. Okay, yeah, in 2022. At least the video went out in 2022, and it apparently happened in 2015. And you didn't want to come out and make these accusations at any point during, like, May and June and July when Tate was really on the rise. Interesting. or even any time before that, because he was still, like, he was on his ascent in 19, 20, 21, early parts of 2022. Like, he became Andrew Tate, like the most Googled man on earth multiple times over in mid 2022. And then even in the aftermath of all that stuff, you had to wait that long to come out with this accusation. Okay, you went to the police, maybe, potentially, perhaps. We don't even know if it's her that's a part of this case that was investigated by CPS. But no, you're going to make the low effort accusation on TikTok where you have absolutely no downside of putting dirt on a guy's name at his height. And then two, just say, oh yeah, TikTok got rid of it because it was flagged into the ground. Bro, you're being anti-Tate and TikTok took it down. I don't know. It doesn't check out. The woman filed criminal complaints with the UK's Hertfordshire police shortly after the abuse allegedly occurred in 2015. Okay, so it was this bitch then. All right. But the police investigation was struck by remarkable delays, for which police subsequently apologized to the woman before the case was finally sent to a lawyer at CPS 4 years later in July of 2019. Okay. CPS, whose job assessing whether there's a realistic prospect of conviction, ended up looking at that as like, wow, that's ridiculous. They wanted money because I fired them, Tate said via a lawyer from a Romanian custody. Oh, okay, cool. The police understood after the investigation that I am innocent, and the police found messages from the girls' phones that they were talking between themselves and planning to lie about me. Oh, from their phones. Oh, yeah, see, that's what we in the business like to call evidence. Okay. The women told us that Helen received a letter from CPS informing her that the voice notes Helen and Sally exchanged informed the decision not to charge Tate. Yeah, if you guys were conspiring against Tate in order to extract some resources from him, chances are that they wouldn't take your allegations seriously. You should have slapped you with a false filing of a police report, but you know, and hey, it looks like Andrew just wanted to fucking move on from the situation, but you wouldn't. In 2019, the same year, CPS declined to bring charges against Tate. UK newspaper The Guardian. Is that what you want to call it? I would normally call it a cum rag, but The Guardian reported on a CPS seminar wherein the CPS Director of Legal Services, Greg McGill, and the Director of Public Prosecutions Legal Advisor, Neil Moore, urged prosecutors to take a proportion of weak cases out of the system to improve conviction rates. Yeah, you know what that means? Weak cases out of the system. It looked good on paper. Oh my God, there's a couple of attractive girls crying on this, but what's the evidence? Yeah, it's few and far between. Okay, well, let's just not pursue them anymore because it's just fucking retarded. And they're like, okay. But I'm just saying, by citing the Guardian's article, there we go. Vice, you don't look all that more credible, okay? It's kind of like violent diarrhea citing a rotting corpse and saying you're the one that's stinking the place up. It doesn't really fucking help your point. According to a rape crisis, England and Wales, only 1 in 100 rapes in the UK results in charge, let alone a conviction. Yeah, it's almost like this extrapolated interpretation or definition of what a rape is actually constitute like an actual rape. Because one of these positions where I felt like in the morning, or, you know, our relationship didn't really work out, and I really didn't feel good that time that he hung me out the window, even though I kind of requested it. I don't think that I felt safe at that time. Andreas Simon, I don't care what this bitch is talking about. Okay, both survivors who had been warned by officers that the challenges of securing conviction in rape cases were nevertheless devastated by the decision and angered by what they perceive as the police's mishandling of the case. They perceive, yeah, but if you don't have any evidence, sucks to suck, I guess. If you were living and working for Tate at the time, you said all of these things happened and that you could document them even, 7 years later, you could still recall everything. You weren't taking any evidence at the time, and you weren't going to the authorities. You couldn't prove anything. It's very, very convenient. Not only did they feel that authorities had failed to deliver justice for the abuse that they'd suffered, yeah, because they felt that your evidence was lacking, they had effectively allowed Tate to carry on his abusive path without consequences. Oh my God. Tate had made no secret of the exploitative lover boy approach in his webcam business, boasting on a since deleted section of his website that, and as you can kind of tell, you know, I just went ahead and just decided to check in as to what exactly they mean by this. Oh, and they are citing Philosopher, PhD student, very powerful, loves birds, and has pronouns in bio. Oh, you can find her on Mastodon at whogives/a-fuck.com. Andrew Tate's website was straight up just like, why am I an expert in this? Because I am a successful sex trafficker. All right, what do you got? Who am I? Okay, so this is allegedly, I can take your word for it, I guess. Okay, this is a screenshot from Andrew Tate's website. The heading looks right. I don't know if any of this has been altered or anything like that, but this is the offending section, I guess. Okay, my name is Andrew Tate. Hi, Andrew. I am a retired 4-time world champion kickboxer who is now a multi-millionaire. Cool. Thanks for introducing yourself like that. I feel inadequate. And I'm the most competent person on the entire planet to teach you about male-female interactions. Oh, okay. How did I become rich? Webcam. All right. Yeah, that's how you made your first $1 million. It's a well-known story. All right. Why am I an expert on all male-female interactions? I've been running a webcam studio for nearly a decade. I've had over 75 girls work for me, and my business model is different than 99% of webcam studio owners. Over 50% of my employees were actually my girlfriend at the time. Hey, mazel tov. And of all my girlfriends, none were in the adult entertainment industry before they met me. Okay, I don't know how that helps your position. It's like, oh, okay, cool. I got a bunch of girls to work for me who had not previously been in the industry beforehand. Says nothing about, yeah, I forced them into this business under threat of beating them in the head with a bat. It's kind of lacking so far, but maybe there is 2 screenshots. Okay, my job was to get women to fall in love with me. Yeah, and one of the accusations so far is that, oh my god, all the girls had to brand their name on her. It's like, okay, I see a pair of tits there. Nice. Okay. I see another one who has King Tate on her ribcage. I can't really tell. The other one, Emery A. Tate on her neck. Okay, and another set of tits over there in the corner. Okay, cool. But yes, one of the accusations is all of the girls are literally branded. And it's like, it should be pretty easy to prove then if they have uniform branding, because normally if there's a cult or anything like that, it's pretty static messaging across the board that you are property of Andrew Tate, or, you know, you had like the War Room logo tattooed on your snatch, and like, I don't fucking know. Literally, that was my job, to get all the women to fall in love with me. My job was to meet a girl, go on a few dates, sleep with her, test if she's quality, get her to fall in love with me, to do, fall in love with me to where she'd do anything I say, and then get her on webcam so that we could become rich together. Hey, rich together, not just rich alone. Whether you agree or disagree with what I did with their loyalty, submission, and love for me doesn't matter. You cannot reject the results, and the results are simple. My girlfriends would do more for me than 99% of wives would do for them. Yeah? Amen, that's one way to go. If they're attractive, if they have the ability to make money, just think of all of the attractive girls that are out there that have OnlyFans out there right now, not maximizing their profit margins right now, okay? If they had somebody putting them on schedule, laying out their photo shoots, just flying them out to different locations, I'm just saying, man, would you rather have 100% of $1,000, or would you rather have 50% of $100,000? I'm just saying, man. Okay, that's his business, and he's going to teach you how to get compliance, I guess. It's like, okay, cool. Here's how I was successful in my endeavors. Are you also a 6'3", 4-time world kickboxing champion who's known the world over, who has millions of dollars and 33 supercars? Not quite, but here are some tactics that got me into successful relationships, or at least successful situations with very attractive women. Okay. What did I learn in this job? Oh, no, you're supposed to just love them unquestioningly. Oh my god, this is so stupid. First thing, keeping 4 girlfriends all happy is hard work. No, this is supposed to be easy because you're supposed to be beating these bitches in the fucking... So stupid. Okay, it's hard work, and it leaves you with very little time. Yeah, no, exactly. That's why I don't womanize nearly as much as I have in the past. It's because... it's very time-intensive work, okay? And I'm trying to get this fucking social media shit off the fucking ground, to be completely honest. Anyways, so you learn how to streamline getting new good girls. All women are not created equal. Yeah, no, I think we have eyes and can probably see that for ourselves. This is how I came up with what is now the PhD system, okay? I learned the most efficient way to meet girls, get them through the dating process, get them to bed, test if they're a good girl or not, and begin the process of them falling deeper and deeper in love. That is my skill, to extremely efficiently get women in love with me. That's it. And no one else on the internet is teaching this. No one. Well, I'd argue that's the crux of a lot of different courses that are online, okay? But is it really tricking them if you're, employing them, making them rich, providing them with, quite an upgrade in surroundings and lifestyles? Because you take a look at the pictures, okay, with maybe the exception of the one all the way on the right, like those surroundings don't exactly look all that destitute, if we're being completely honest, okay? And he's not talking about, chains or anything to keep these bitches on cam for fucking 12 hours a day. Sounds like everybody was a willing participant. They were sold a dream and they were paid accordingly. Like, what are we trying to catch them on here? Read through all of that stuff. Okay. Take some more quotes out of context. Okay, so let's here's the story of Sally, who is 20 and had never done webcam work before Tate approached her for to work for him. Oh, okay, cool. So either she took her story from Tate's autobiography from his webpage, or that just validates Tate's claims. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Said he initially cut a favorable impression when they met. Really, really charming, well-dressed, attentive. But the realities of working for Tate, mainly out of a dingy flat in Luton, England, didn't live up to the appealing image he presented. Okay. Any evidence that you were in some fucking, living in squalor, practically a hovel? The first night she worked with him, she said, Tate brought 5 bottles of wine. Having never done webcam work before, Sally said she was nervous and gotten completely drunk. Tate, she believes, didn't drink at all that night. Okay. In order to make your story a little bit more compelling, it would probably involve him getting you incredibly drunk the night that you guys first met. And then he's like, hey, I got a great idea. We'll go back to my place and we'll start webcamming. What you've got right here is that, okay, cool, we met, and then the first night she worked with him. See, there's a disconnect in this story. There's some gaps here that should be filled in, but whatever. At one point in the evening, the pair were sitting together on the bed. How did we get to that point? Okay, it's either he's very successful or you don't want to be giving up all the dirt. She said Tate punched her hard in the arm. I went to the bathroom and cried. It really, really hurt to have someone just hit me in the arm for no reason. I was very confused, she said, starting to cry. And then you left afterwards, right? Okay. When she emerged from the bathroom, Tate was super nice and they ended up having sex while she was extremely intoxicated. Okay, but if he punched you in the arm, go to the bathroom, okay? Even if you're really drunk, okay, a drunk girl who just got punched in the arm by a 6'3" kickboxer, somebody would have been taking your side at this point in time if this was like a hotel or anywhere. I'm just saying. Okay, focusing on the money. Sally said she overlooked Tate's violence. Okay, wait a minute. So she was being paid very, very well. Like, come on now. And then all of a sudden, that money train stopped when somebody started to get a little bit too big for their britches. Is that what we're dealing with here? As soon as he handed me my money, I forgot about him hitting me and everything else. Oh my God, come on. This is like a stripper. Oh my God, I would hate the bruises that I have on the inside of my thighs from the pole. But when I got thousands of dollars every night, just all the violence seemed to go away. Fuck off. At least in this situation, you didn't have any leering weirdos from the front row or anybody throwing nickels at you. Like, just fucking stop it. She said, although she can see now that the 15 pounds per hour Tate paid her was a tiny portion of what he had profited from her labor. Yeah, but it's his webcam. It's like, I don't even take your story seriously. According to Sally, violence became a frequent feature in the life at the flat where she and her colleagues worked. Can you back any of that up? Okay. And I have not seen this. I've not seen this graphic before. Okay. What is that? That's interesting. Okay. Tate with a bunch of bitches in a cartoon picture, and God damn it, Vice, you're so fucking stupid. They're cartoon caricatures, okay? And you've blurred out the faces of cartoon characters. Oh my God, that's like having a brown bipedal rabbit and you blur out the face because it's, oh my God, we didn't get clearance from Warner Brothers. It's like, we know. Tate repeatedly assaulted the women who worked for him, said Sally. He was just working on his fucking, right hook all day long. And it's like, okay. Choking her on at least 5 occasions when she witnessed do the same. Guys are repeating this stuff over and over again. And the attacks were in keeping with the dominant, controlling pimp persona he cultivated. Oh, just like, yes, with this one picture that we have. Okay, clearly he's a pimp in this situation. A poster on the walls of their workplace read, if there's ever a problem, if there's ever a glitch, Big Tate won't wait, straight slap a bitch. It's a good rhyme and be a decent bar in a song. See if I can read this, because I don't think, no, they don't break it down any further than that. Big Tate's hoes sell dreams and waste men's time. The men pay the men pay to stare, cause the hoes look fine. Big tits, big ass, women in their prime. We rob these tricks, don't commit no crime. Oh, see, hey, why didn't you guys detail that? See, he says he commits no crime. Don't we believe all victims? Come on now. Anyways, drain tricks cash, non-stop money train, a big golden chain, and some pink champagne. Oh, okay, cool. The king and his queens. Hey, they're queens. See, come on now. He looks after his queens. On the cash-fueled rain. Big Tate carries a cane to keep his hoes sane. The money ship rolls without a bitch. Smooth railin' prevail till we all get rich. Smooth sailing prevailing till we all get rich. Okay. If there is ever a problem, if there's ever a glitch, Big Tate won't wait. Straight slap a bitch. Now, does that mean bitch in the context of one of his girls? He called him a queen in that statement right there. Statement, the crude rap, the dream of every 15-year-old. Like, come on, okay. Like, is that the big gotcha that you have right there? I don't know, man. Because it sounds like there's several conflicting messages. She recalls one time he came into the room and said, which one of you hoes am I going to strangle today? And I couldn't believe that this is our life, It just seemed really, really normal for us, even though it wasn't. Now, did he come in and is like, listen, bitch, which one of you hoes am I going to strangle today? Or did he come in and it's like, how's everybody doing today? Oh, which one of you hoes am I going to strangle today? See, the context is completely important and totally devoid in this situation. I'm at the point now where it's just kind of becoming parody, so I think we better wrap this up. We went to sleep in the same bed with Andrew. Hey, see, it looks like everybody was held under duress. But this time, the girl, Helen, had a partner. So she was not interested in Andrew at all. Yeah, it really sounds like this was really one of those. All of these girls were held under lock and key type situations. And I had gone to a shower a while back and I noticed he was like, I saw him raping her. Oh my God. We all slept in the same bed, but he was specifically raping her. Okay, I think you're leaving out a few different people here. I just wanted to get out of that situation. He said, oh, I don't give a fuck if you call the police. I'm going to beat the shit out of you. That's normally what somebody would say. It's like, yeah, if you call the police when I'm beating the fuck out of your friend here, it doesn't matter because I own the police. I am the law. Okay, then. That's also when the women went to the police, and then, yeah, the police showed up because, again, I've heard this story from Tate's perspective. There was no signs of injury on the woman. A bunch of the different girls that were there at the time vouched for his accounting of the events. Nobody vouched for hers, and, yeah, charges eventually ended up getting dropped. But no, this is all clerical errors, and it was just all held up because, UK prosecution is just, it's not the female-centric enough. Sure thing, pal. But that's all we have, and this video has been long as a motherfucker, but I knew it was going to be something like that, mostly because, I don't know, man. The more I see about all this stuff and the fact that they're having to really, really reach when it comes to dragging up old, discredited, thrown out, dead accusations, I don't know, man. We just ultimately got to wait a couple more weeks, end of the month, unless, of course, they come up with something, or don't come up with anything, and then run it back and let these boys out beforehand, or I really hope that those are the only conclusions, okay? Either there are formal charges laid, which would be interesting and definitely would be a development, or they just end up getting turned loose and, we can hear what ultimately ended up happening. But the story is anything but over at this point, but I think it's a good overall encapsulation of what sort of evidence has come forward so far, at least two of the most prominent situations so far, and again, man, I'm not really that convinced. So, with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.